Alaikum. You ready, bro?
Yeah, like salam. Yeah, I'm ready.
Yeah, go ahead. Let's work.
Peace and blessings to you first. You and Manny.
What's up,
And
man?
peace and blessings to the listeners.
Okay.
My name is Amon Hamlin. Many friends and family know me as Monie. I'm a DC native, born and raised. I've been incarcerated for the last 19 years of my life, unfortunately, since I was 20 years old. My incarceration was due to the tragic murder of my older brother Aaron Hamlin that was killed at the age of 22 in 2001. Shortly after, in 2003, I was arrested, charged and convicted of alleged retaliation murder, which I was later sentenced to a 47-year prison term. Due to the Supreme Court decision that affected federal inmates who was juveniles and sentenced to harsh prison terms, DC later adopted and passed into law in 2021 a bill 23-0127 under the Second Liquor Amendment Act, a bill that gives DC offenders as myself that was convicted to a lengthy and unimaginable prison terms the opportunity to petition the DC Superior Court for a sentence reduction, determine the growth of rehabilitation that an individual has shown and achieved. This bill, so people won't get it twisted or, take it the wrong way, is not a get out of jail free card by no means. This bill, the long and lengthy process for only reform individuals who are ready to be productive citizens in the community, which brings me here today. I'm a product of the gun violence that has and still does plague our city and nation. I'm a victim and a survivor of that gun violence. The 13-year-old kid catching the bus at Easter Market going to see my grandmother, 95. I was kidnapped and shot in an attempt to escape. I was shot again in 2001, 3 months after my brother's murder. I was in a coma, in a medical-induced coma for over a week. Right after having to witness the traumatic scene of my sibling laying lifeless on the ground. I was, just to be mindful, I was 18 years old when all this was going on. Totally honest with you, the pain and trauma I endured since I was a kid, it made me feel like irregular, embarrassed, and ashamed to speak about, the stuff I went through. And over the years, I had to find the courage to speak about this. My story is a story of redemption, a journey of growth, strength, and wisdom, extraordinary movement of hope, courage, and want for change, not a story of sorrow. My determination and faith, I found a way, dig deep, which gave me the fortitude, persevere beyond the statistic. You ask me today, Amon, Monie, who are you today? I'll say I'm more than a case number, a statistic, or a victim of trauma, or what's alleged. My will to overcome allowed me to write a book that I'm about to put out in a couple of weeks that I'm proud of. It gives me an opportunity and a platform by the will of God to articulate my evolution. It allows me to get personal and conveys my artistic expression of storytelling in a poetic manner and transforming my pain and journey into upliftment and excellence. It shows my intent, my vulnerability, and hurt, and most important, my growth. It truly is a piece of me. That's why I titled the book its name. After my first 2 years of being incarcerated, after I was sentenced to over 40 years, I had a phone conversation with my father, and we was talking. He told me, he was like, Monie, without faith, I'd be lost. He told me that faith from God would guide me. So you gonna always hear me talk about change, because, I'm a product of change. I'm an activist of change. My book is about change. Change and reform. So change should be the catalyst of the development of self. One of history's greatest Greek philosophers, Socrates, said during his own trial, an unexamined life is not worth living. Don't many know this Greek philosopher was incarcerated. Like I tell people, change starts with self-reflecting. It leads to growth. As the Greek philosopher, Socrates stated in short. Self-reflecting, I came to the conclusion that I wanted to be a part of that change instead of being stagnant or in a state of despair. I wanted to be a part of the solution instead of the problem. I wanted to change the narrative of my life from pain and hurt to strength, from from a rash decision to a mature decision. My passion is intent, instrumental in establishing a more secure and healthy environment and culture within these impoverished inner cities. Help pick out leaders. It's essential. Mentors. Help the development mindset.
This call is from a federal prison.
Leaders like Eric Weaver, Helene Flowers, and so many others. They are leaders and stories of success that also has transcended the expectations of rehabilitation and incarceration and now thrive in our society. I plan too soon. Because, a lot of the young kids out there, they just, they don't have no hope. You know what I'm saying? Without hope and without guidance, they don't know their potentials. You know what I'm saying? It's like a lot of kids, they don't really have no expectation. And we gotta give them that expectation, man. Instead of that stereotype, and just being a statistic. A lot of people, when you look at me or you hear about my story, like I said a few seconds ago, I don't want nobody to look at me as, a story of sorrow or, being a pity case because, it took a lot for me to overcome. I just want people to look at me and look at my story as a story of, defining the will to overcome. And I don't know how much time I got left, but I want to give y'all one of my poems from my book, Tame the Beast. But if a piece of me believe and dream, I can see the strength inside these abysmal circumstances that uplifted my inner spirit. Through life that turns, I heard the wisdom I craved and yearned. In the dark alley of servants, the memory adorns the days I somehow overcame, with no one to blame, and still became stronger, which showed me it was true. Just have patience, because it's therapeutic and it will heal you. Process is delicate. Thank God for his gift and message. It resonates without failure. To the other side, I just applied the positives, and look where it got you. I told you it can happen. Just stay consistent down the path. Growth is the proof. No need of convincing. His sentence stole his youth. And still he became better than could have imagined. The opportunity of a second chance. As I await my fate, I continue to repent and pray. The end to the bleak days. Few the present that I'm giving to the youth. Be the best of you. School is cool. Just don't let the teeth bite you. Because you'll be fighting for your life and freedom. And all you had to do was believe. See the beauty trapped inside of you. I just, I hope people able to, get my message and, get a better understanding of me and my movement and God willing, man, believe in me. Just like, I had to believe in myself. That belief can change the complexion. Visuals, man. I hope I inspire somebody. Give somebody some upliftment. Even my book, I just finished writing. I just told you about a piece of me. My intent is just to inspire people, to make them feel better, to give them a sense of self-worth, just to make them self-reflect for a second. That second can change, everything. Before I go, man, I want to tell y'all brothers, man, thank you for giving me this opportunity. Gary and Manny, man, I truly appreciate y'all, man. Platform. Want to ask any questions, man?
So, Monie, how you feeling, man? How you doing? Mentally?
Mentally, man, it's always a struggle. Life is a struggle. I try to, man, use the positive, because, if we really give the negative energy, it really, it takes over us. But if we stay focused on the positive and give that.
This call is from a federal prison.
At our time, it overrides the negative. It overrides the BS that's going on. There's always going to be, a lot of negatives going on around us. But if we hold on to what's positive and hold on to what we can do, what's in our grasp, then it gives us something to, entertain something, it's part of my family. But I try not to dwell on that. I really more so thrive on, what I'm gonna do for my kids and what I'm gonna do for the young kids that, went through what I went through. I try to focus on that. I try to focus on what I can do, not on what I can't do. Some things is, out of our control.
Right, so let me ask you this question right here, man, because I know you coming home, man. I know you coming home. What's something you look forward to when you come home, man?
What's something I look forward to? Honestly, like I thrive off, just having responsibilities. And what I look forward to is, opening up, my nonprofit, being happy and, just being instrumental in the community, because you got some dudes and, I don't knock nobody because I want to come home VIP. Like, don't get that.
Yeah.
But I want to come home and really, be an aid to people, man, because I know how it is when you don't really got nobody to talk to. I know how it is when I understand kids when they say, man, he don't understand me. You know what I'm saying? They don't understand me. You know what I'm saying? So I want to be that person to, to give them that time to understand. And, it ain't about, I tell people all the time, like, it ain't just about you. It ain't just about me. You know what I'm saying? So that's something I really look forward to. You know what I'm saying? Seeing other people happy is always something that made me happy.
For sure. For sure. Yeah. Hello?
Yeah, I hear you.
You got a question, man?
Nah, man, I'm just soaking it in. Like, I really can relate to him. Like, and like, I ain't gonna lie, I feel it. Like, everything he's saying, like, it's giving me chills. Like, I really appreciate you coming on here and sharing, man. You inspiring me to keep going, and I'm pretty sure you're gonna inspire so many other people. And I have faith in God that you're gonna make it home, because you're one of the people that deserve to come home. I've seen this before, man. I was in that system myself. I went in at 19 years old, so I could really relate to you, bro. I got that second chance, and now you, like, seeing you and hearing you is telling me that I gotta make this one count. I gotta make this second chance count, because I could have been right there in your position as well, man. And I appreciate you so much for giving me that, and I appreciate you for putting that out there and sharing with people. You coming home soon, Monie. You coming home soon, bro.
Man, it's just about having faith, man. And the biggest thing I want y'all to do, man, like, and I want to keep, I say this a lot to people, like, it takes courage, man. I used to be so quiet and so reserved. It took me a lot of courage to start, expressing myself, and it's a lot of young people out there that don't have that courage, man, and I want y'all to really give them that courage, because that's something that I look forward to, is giving them that courage, building their morale, building their self-esteem, and, just so they can, like I said, that's so they can know their potential, man. And that's the thing. We don't really know our potential, even with myself. Like, we don't know our worth. And, it's no limit to when you get that person, when you uplift that person. You know what I'm saying? I'm seeing it with my daughter. You know what I'm saying? I've seen the transition in her. She's turned into a beautiful young woman, about to graduate from high school. Shout out to her.
Yep.
Amon.
Yeah. For sure.
That's my world. But, man, yeah, I want y'all, every time y'all get a chance, man, the young kids, man, make them pick up their head a little higher, man. Because if I had somebody help me pick my head up a little high, I would have been a little better, I could have made better decisions, been in better circles, you know what I'm saying, circles of positivity. Y'all are doing that, man. Like, I'm proud of y'all, man. Yeah. Like, y'all doing y'all thing, man.
For sure.
Y'all inspiring people. Y'all inspiring the next generation.
Absolutely.
I want y'all to know that, man.
Yep.
I love y'all brothers, man.
Yeah, love you too, man. For sure. Love you more. See you soon, man. That's how we gonna do it.
Soon,
Free Monie, man. Free son.
That's what's up, man.
Yeah.
Y'all know it. I'll be home. Put your 3D glasses on.
Yeah. You coming home, bro. Like I tell you every time. You coming home, man. For sure.
I can see it now, man. Keep that faith, man. We gonna be pushing out here for you, man.
Yep.
We doing this for you too.
Let's go. Yeah.